Mattithyahu, Matthew chapter 26. And it came to be when Yeshua ended all these words, he said to his taught ones, You know that after 2 days the Pesach takes place, and the Son of Adam is to be delivered up to be impaled. Then the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people came together at the high court of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and plotted to seize Yeshua by trickery and kill him. But they said, Not at the festival, lest there be an uproar among the people. But when Yeshua was in Beth-Anya at the house of Shimon the leper, a woman came to him having an alabaster flask of costly perfume, and she poured it on his head as he sat at the table. And when his taught ones saw it, they were much displeased, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this perfume could have been sold for much and given to the poor. However, when Yeshua noticed it, he said to them, Why do you trouble the woman? For she has done a good work toward me. For you always have the poor with you, but me you do not have always. For in pouring this perfume on my body, she did it for my burial. Truly I say to you, wherever this good news is proclaimed in all the world, that what this woman has done shall be spoken of also, to her remembrance. Then one of the 12, called Yehuda from Kerioth, went to the chief priests and said, What would you give me to deliver him to you? And they counted out to him 30 pieces of silver. And from then on he was seeking an occasion to deliver him up. And on the first day of unleavened bread, the taught ones came to Yeshua, saying to him, Where do you wish us to prepare for you to eat the Pesach? And he said, Go into the city to a certain man and say to him, The teacher says the time is near. I am to perform the Pesach at your house with my taught ones. And the taught ones did as Yeshua had ordered them and prepared the Pesach. And when evening came, he sat down with the 12. And while they were eating, he said, Truly I say to you, one of you shall deliver me up. And they were deeply grieved and began to say to him, each one of them, Master, is it I? And he answering said, He who has dipped his hand with me in the dish, he shall deliver me up. Indeed, the Son of Adam goes as it has been written concerning him. But woe to that man by whom the Son of Adam is delivered up. It would have been good for that man if he had not been born. And Yehuda, he who delivered him up, answering said, Rabbi, is it I? He said to him, You have said it. And as they were eating, Yeshua took bread, and having blessed, broke it and gave it to the taught ones and said, Take, eat, this is my body. And taking the cup and giving thanks, he gave it to them, saying, Drink from it, all of you. For this is my blood, that of the renewed covenant, which is shed for many for the forgiveness of sins. But I say to you, I shall certainly not drink of this fruit of the vine from now on, till that day when I drink it anew with you in the reign of my Father. And having sung a song, they went out to the Mount of Olives. Then Yeshua said to them, All of you shall stumble in me this night, for it has been written, I shall strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered. But after I have been raised, I shall go before you into Galilee. And Caiaphas answering said to him, Even if all stumble in you, I shall never stumble. Yeshua said to him, Truly I say to you, that this night, before the cock crows, you shall deny me 3 times. Caiaphas said to him, Even if I have to die with you, I shall not deny you. All the taught ones said the same too. Then Yeshua came with them to a place called Gethsemane, and said to the taught ones, Sit here while I go over there and pray. And he took with him Caiaphas and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and he began to be grieved and deeply distressed. Then he said to them, My being is exceedingly grieved, even to death. Stay here and watch with me. And going forward a little, he fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not as I desire, but as you desire. And he came to the taught ones and found them asleep, and said to Caiaphas, So were you not able to watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray, lest you enter into trial. The spirit indeed is eager, but the flesh is weak. Again he went away a second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it is impossible for this to pass unless I drink it, let your desire be done. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them, went away again, and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then he came to his taught ones and said to them, Still sleeping and taking rest? See, the hour has come near, and the Son of Adam is delivered up into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us go. See, he who delivers me up has come near. And while he was still speaking, see, Yehuda, one of the 12, with a large crowd with swords and clubs, came from the chief priests and elders of the people. And he who was delivering him up gave them a sign, saying, Whomever I kiss, it is he. Seize him. And going straight up to Yeshua, he said, Greetings, Rabbi, and kissed him. And Yeshua said to him, Friend, why have you come? Then they came and laid hands on Yeshua and seized him. And took one of those with Yeshua, and look, one of those with Yeshua put out his hand and drew his sword, and striking the servant of the high priest, he cut off his ear. Then Yeshua said to him, Return your sword to its place, for all who take the sword shall die by the sword. Or do you think that I am not able to pray to my Father now, and he shall provide me with more than 12 legions of messengers? How then would the scriptures be filled that it has to be this way? In that hour Yeshua said to the crowds, Have you come out as against a robber with swords and clubs to arrest me? Daily I sat with you, teaching in the set-apart place, and you did not seize me. But all this came to be so that the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. Then all the taught ones left him and fled. And those who had seized Yeshua led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and the elders were gathered together. But Caiaphas followed him at a distance to the courtyard of the high priest, and he went in and sat with the servants to see the end. And the chief priests and the elders and all the council were seeking false witness against Yeshua to put him to death, but found none. Although many false witnesses came forward, they found none. But at last 2 false witnesses came forward and said, This one said, I am able to destroy the dwelling place of Elohim and to build it in 3 days. And the high priest stood up and said to him, Have you no answer to make? What do these witnesses against you? But Yeshua remained silent. So the high priest said to him, I put you to oath by the living Elohim that you say to us if you are the Messiah, the Son of Elohim. Yeshua said to him, You have said it. Besides, I say to you, from now on you shall see the Son of Adam sitting on the right hand of the power and coming on the clouds of the heaven. Then the high priest tore his garment, saying, He has blasphemed. Why do we need any more witnesses? See, now you have heard his blasphemy. What do you think? And they answering said, He is liable to death. Then they spat in his face and beat him. And others slapped him, saying, Prophesy to us, Messiah, who is the one who struck you? And Caiaphas sat outside in the courtyard, and a servant girl came to him, saying, And you were with Yeshua of Galilee. But he denied it before them all, saying, I do not know what you say. And as he was going out into the porch, another girl saw him and said to those there, And this one was with Yeshua of Nazareth. But again he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. And after a while those who stood by came to him and said to Caiaphas, Truly you are one of them too, for even your speech gives you away. Then he began to curse and to swear, saying, I do not know the man. And immediately a cock crowed. And Caiaphas remembered the word of Yeshua, who had said to him, Before a cock crows you shall deny me 3 times. And going out he wept bitterly.